Now let us get it straight to those people who are two-faced and presently running our nation through the legislature. You people need to wise up, understand the true reality of what exactly is going on, because just rewriting the laws is not doing what needs done. There needs to be an active force created to make sure that the institutions are working the way that they are supposed to, because they are not. You don't need to pick up a newspaper to see that the police, the courts, are working side by side, hand in hand, and not operating as they were designed to be, a system of checks and balances. Even the court systems in the Supreme Court are refusing to address cases where it is absolutely clear that the courts were wrong, just simply because they don't want to, or whatever it is. I have done my best to try and bring my cases before the Supreme Court, and they've rejected it. So what solutions do I have? Wrongly branded a felon because police mob me down in my hospital bedroom as I'm trying to peacefully meditate. There can be no possible presentation that I was intent on going out and biting a police officer's arm while meditating in my hospital bedroom, but had my future destroyed because of that. That is not what the statute was created for. It was created for those people who are actively attacking the police, because you have done nothing to make sure that our police are even working the way that they're supposed to, and you have committed treason against us in your own laws, which have violated the king's own standards. The king would not invade the ruined domicile of a person by the old standards, the common law. And yet you want to invade what happens behind closed doors, what somebody puts into their own system? That treasonous defection that happened back in the 60s because they thought they were doing something for a better cause and legislating their religion on everybody else, which we're supposed to have a right to be free from those interferences in our lives. Instead, everybody's being kept to impossible standards because every religion has something that they've disagreed on, and you're doing wrong. So instead of what the original system was supposed to be, where there is rightly a resolution for any injury in the law, instead, we are being oppressed where anything we do, we're afraid to do because we're liable to be fucked over by the system. That's unacceptable. That is nowhere near the freedom this nation was designed to be. You need to clarify things. You need to stop allowing the prosecution of violations of the law just because the state wants to, because they can get money. You need to stop the allowance of people to be imprisoned when they have not done anything to injure anybody, period. That is treason upon the people to allow it to persist. You are there for the protection of our rights and interests. You are being paid millions while we're expected to get by on $1,000 a month because we're disabled. You recognize that just to be above the poverty standards minimum is that the average rent, you should make 3 times that to be out of poverty. Hell, the Social Security Administration should not even be a question as to whether or not you receive the rights immediately to the funding if there is proof that you have not been employed for over a fucking year. That's what the institution exists to make sure that that fundamental life support is there. It should be instantly as soon as you've been detected that you do not have active employment presently or some verifiable source of income. And it should not be our duty to constantly provide this information. It is recognized in the federal laws that anytime we are compelled to do a job, including wait for a right, we should receive compensation. Instead, we've got the defective system where everything we're expected to do, we have a month of our life ripped from us before we can hope to see something change. Get it all straight.